All right. So I went to Italy, right? And it was awesome. So I had to pack my backpack, and just got a chat. I had to pack a lot of stuff in one backpack. Like 2 nights, 3 days in one backpack, including a purse, everything that I could ever possibly need in a backpack, with room for other stuff because obviously I'm gonna buy a lot of stuff in Italy. Duh. And it had to be under 20 pounds. It worked out. I did fine. So I leave on my trek to Italy. I have to catch a train at like noon, and I have to make a couple connections, and it's not a big deal. And I'm like flipping between like, oh shit, I'm by myself in a foreign country. This is terrifying. I'm gonna die. And oh my gosh, I'm the coolest person that there is on the planet because I'm traveling by myself in a foreign country, and I may die. So I was having some mixed emotions. I get to Germany at like 5:30, and my Aunt Katie picks me up, and we go to her apartment, and we eat some awesome Mexican food. So we go home, and we just like hang out for the rest of the night. We pick out the hotel that we want to use in Italy, and yeah, in Italy. Leonardo Hotel, I think is what it's called, right? Yeah. So then the next morning, we get up in time. Aunt Katie makes me chocolate chip pancakes. Yeah, she did. And I have some coffee, and we're ready to go. We are on time. Get on the plane, and we fly over the Alps, and it's beautiful because it's the Alps. We land in Pisa, and it's beautiful because it's Pisa. And then we go to Florence, and it's beautiful because it's Florence. And we take lots of pictures, and we don't get lost at all, and we eat the best food I've ever had in my life. I had fettuccine alfredo that, like, you know, like, they're real noodles, and like, like, you don't know that you haven't had real noodles until you've been to Italy where they make it, right? And this fettuccine alfredo just had like massive hunks of brie in it. I just like, I wanted to weep. It was so good. We had some gelato, we had chocolate, we had other really delicious things. I had ravioli, which had like this cheesy, like spinachy things on the inside. Katie had this awesome seafood thing that had calamari in it because the little tentacles were all chopped up, and they still had little suckers on them, which was kind of sad, but it was really, really good, so I didn't really care. The only time that we were like freaked out was when we flew into the airport. We like straight from Pisa to Florence. It's because honestly, Pisa's kind of a dying town, and if it didn't have the Leaning Tower, no one would live there. Actually, there's a college, so I guess people would go to the college, but by the way, little side note, the Italians say Firenze, really spelled like fire enza, or fire ends. I've been calling it that, but then I got kind of made fun of because I'm not Italian, so I can just say Florence, I guess. We go to the train station, and we can't figure out how to get to the hotel. It's like, we'll just take a taxi, it'll be easier. So we get in this taxi, and first of all, this guy's like children and wife are at the train station, like, with him, and they're like, Papa, where are you going? And he was like, oh, I'm taking them to the Leonardo Hotel. And we were like, this is kind of weird. And so, like, Aunt Katie was like talking to him while we were driving away. I was just like, whatever, I'm in Italy, I don't care. Then we get there, and she's like, so are you sure that this is it? The driver was just like, oh yeah, that's it. And we were like, it's down that really dark alleyway, not visible. Like, yeah, it's down that way. Okay, well, thanks. Oh, and then he overcharged us, so we were like, God, this guy's so sketch. Like, he just dropped us off in the middle of nowhere. We're gonna die. In our hotel, fine, not a big deal. And then we go out to eat, and that's when I had the ravioli, and it was awesome. And then we went to go see the Leaning Tower of Pisa, which was awesome because it's the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And we saw the Duomo, and It was awesome because it's the Duomo and lots of old stuff. We saw a place where we were like, oh, we're gonna have to get chocolate there tomorrow because it was a chocolate shop, and we had to get it because it was a chocolate shop. It was awesome. The next day, we're like, okay, we should probably go. So then we go to the airport, which is sad because I have to leave Italy even though it's beautiful. We get there really early, and I noticed the line at the security place was getting really, really full, and I wasn't gonna go to the security place until like a little after that, because we just like were hanging around the airport. And then it kind of got like really full, and I was just like, oh no, I hope that doesn't take a long time. And I was like, maybe I should go. And so we said a quick goodbye, and I got a little teary because, you know, I haven't seen my family in like a month, and it was really, really cool getting to hang out with like somebody that I'm like blood related to, that I can talk to about, you know, anything, and it was really great. So I go off into the security line, and I wait in this big, long, winding line that goes up to the security gates, and I'm like, oh, I think I'll be fine with like the weight thing. I already weighed my bag, and it was fine, and it was small enough. And the guy that is looking at my bag is like pulling something out of it, and I was like, oh shit, what did I get? What was illegal? He pulls out my handy dandy water bottle. I love this thing. However, I filled it up and completely forgot to drink all the water that was inside of it before I went through the security gate. This man is standing and just like, and I was just like, oh shit. Can I just throw it away in the trash can? There's a trash can like literally 10 feet away. No, you must throw it away back there. And it was like all the way like back in the line. That line took me like 15 minutes to get through. I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. That's stupid. So I was just like, can I drink it? And he was like, if you do it now. I'm like, well, duh, I'm gonna do it now. Duh. So it was like full. It was like up to there, and I drank it in like 10 seconds. Needless to say, I had to pee pretty badly by the time we got on the plane. So we have a long flight. I sit next to this guy that has really broad shoulders, and it was a really packed flight. I mean, there were no seats left, and everybody was like really, really like I was on the end, and I was like kind of leaning over the side. Lands in Brussels, Charleroi Airport. Right on schedule. And this whole time, I knew that I didn't really have a game plan to get back to the Netherlands from Brussels, which is in Belgium. Not bad. So I get off the plane, and I'm like, well, I guess I should go home now, right? And my whole thing was, oh, my friends have been to Brussels, and there's a train station there, so like it probably is by the airport, right? Wrong. So I go up to the information desk. I'm like, hi, do you speak English? And they were like, little. And I was like, all right, I need to get from here to the Netherlands. Is there a train station nearby? And they were like, no, you have to take the bus to get to the train station. Oh, okay. Well, where's that at? And they were like, oh, well, it's up front. And I was like, all right, that's cool. I don't know why these people have Russian accents, because they weren't Russian, but that's my general European accent. So I go outside, and I'm standing, and there's a big group of people. And so I'm like, I guess this is it, because it's right by a big sign. It's right by a big sign that says bus on it. So I figure I'm in the right place. Get a ticket, and I can't even read it. It's in like French or German. So I think I have the right ticket. I'm not actually sure. Standing there, and I'm like, okay, it's fine. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna go to a train station, and that train station is going to be able to get you somewhere close to home, or at least to a place that can get you home. I'm not too worried yet. Not necessarily really regretting my decision to not plan out my return home just yet. So I'm like gonna be an hour behind schedule. I was supposed to get home at like 5 or 5:30. And there's like a group of people that have been talking to this woman in English. Is that the bus that we need to be getting on? And they were like, well, usually that's it. And I was like, oh, cool, great, awesome. Feeling friendly. So I started to strike up a conversation. I was just like, well, I didn't really plan my journey back home, so I'm just trying to like figure out a way to get back home to the Netherlands. And they were like, oh, well, do you know which train station you need to be at? What? Yeah, there's like 3 train stations in Brussels. Oh.